When was the last time that you saw her?
It was September 1st, 2023 at 1:38 a.m. She was walking out my kitchen door, and I hollered through my camera I have in my bedroom down to her I asked her to just stay home. I don't know why, because she goes out, she had just turned 18 in June, so she was definitely exercising her adult rights. So she, it wasn't weird for her to be leaving at that time, but I had asked her to just stay home,
Is it still considered women intuition when it's your loved one, like a kid? Because y'all love to say that when you think your man doing some dirt, right? And y'all believe wholeheartedly in women intuition, correct? So if this is your kid, and I'm not saying anything bad about Miss Tiffany, excuse me, Miss Nicole, but I do want to know what you guys would have did if this is your child and you had that same feeling. Of course, she's 18 now. She's saying she's exercising her rights as an adult. She ain't no adult until she get out your house. That's real. As real as I can talk. You in my house, you living by my rules. I know some people may say, well, you can't make them.
What happened next?
It was several days later. I didn't receive a phone call until the September 5th. But in the meantime, between the 1st and the 5th, we had been just walking the streets, putting up posters. I called everybody in her contact list, asking. I was searching everywhere, all night, all day, putting up posters everywhere, and texting her and calling her just so many times. And she's pretty good about, letting me know that she's at least okay, even if she's not coming home and she's busy or whatever. She always lets me know she's okay. Never received a text back. So on September 5th, in the morning, I received a phone call from the sergeant at the Tacoma Police Department. And then he came over with his partner and a couple other detectives. And so when they came to the door on the 5th, I thought that they were coming to look for, ask me questions about her and who she knew, to try to locate her. But they were asking strange questions. They wanted to know about her, if she had any piercings. Then they were asking me about her dental records and things like that. That after they left, I messaged them and asked why they were asking questions that were more identifying a body versus you're not going to be able to spot her on the street by her dental records, so they showed back up at my house and told me that there were 18 homicides that weekend and that they thought she was one of them. But I still didn't take that. I didn't think that was my kid, though. But the next day they came back over here after they went and got her dental records to let me know that she was murdered at McKinley Park. But they hadn't mentioned anything about the suitcase or the fire. So I went to the park looking for the spot. I wanted to see where did this supposedly happen, And one of the neighbor people in the apartments where the surveillance got taken from had come outside to talk to me and let me know about the suitcase and a fire. And so I called the detective, and then he came back over to let me know that part.
Just to give a quick rundown, her daughter was murdered, put in a suitcase, taken to a park, and they set the suitcase on fire. That's not all. Now, that's how she died. But what's mind-boggling is what's going to be said next.
She had started hanging out with new people, and she turned 18, and after that, everything kind of went wild because she was really trying to exercise her right to be an adult and independent, and I don't have to listen to you type stuff, I had apps on her phone to track her location and her conversations because things were becoming increasingly concerning, and I was concerned for her safety. And so I was able to view who she was talking to, even though I didn't know who they were. But I was able to read the conversations and track her location, which gave me some kind of relief. When I didn't see her for a day or two, or she wouldn't come home. So, but she didn't have any enemies. She had a boyfriend down the street that had been an ongoing situation. He was 35.
Sorry, Mr. Nicole, we can't speed past that. Can't speed past that.
Had been an ongoing situation. He was 35.
What? What? So not only was Chloe involved with a 35-year-old man, not only did you know it, not only did she get involved with a 35-year-old man, he had her doing drugs, and you knew it. Now, we know the kids today, sometimes they are rebellious. And I know sometimes people say, especially at the age of 18, you really, you can, but it's not the same. They ain't taking no weapons at 18. Of course not. So as a mother, I know it's a hard decision to make them do something like stay at home, stop involving yourself with a 35-year-old man. I understand that can be hard because when they want something, they go get it. Now, this man was at a clean and sober house, and he was not clean or sober if he's giving her drugs. Next, she was 17 when she started messing with this 35-year-old. What is that, people? Isn't that statutory rape? So you tried to get him kicked out of the clean and sober house instead of calling the police?